Hi, this is Jay.
This is Bob. And this is Steve.
And we are Alpha Quadrant 6. We are a science fiction review show. Today we're going to be talking about episode 11, The Wolf Inside. We just watched the show. We liked it. I thought it was
Star Trek Discovery.
Star Trek Discovery. We really liked the episode tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're still in the Mirror universe, so what's not
Which
to
is
love?
awesome. I know it's still the stakes
Talking
are crazy
Talking about that.
Yes.
All right, they're in a lot of danger. Lots of stuff's happening, but they essentially prove to their knowledge that not only do parallel universes exist, but they are in one. I think they should be a little bit more excited. Like, holy crap! All these theories were correct. Parallel universes exist.
Well, they're in imminent, amazing
They're in
danger,
survival
though.
mode.
Yeah,
Survival mode.
But
yeah.
take a step back and enjoy the fact that you're in a parallel
You want to see
universe.
one person geek out a little bit. Like, hey, wait, you know what? I know we're kind of screwed, but holy Christ! Right? Yeah.
And I mean, if you subscribe to those theories, it's not just one mirror universe. There could be quintillions, octillions of them.
Infinite.
Cool stuff. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So I do like the fact that they are moving the plot forward. They're not afraid to have stuff happen. So I think the big things that happened this episode. One, of course, is that Ash Tyler, we got the full reveal.
Oh my God!
And you were right. I was wrong. It wasn't.
They were actually changing his body to make him a human. He was the white Klingon. What's the character's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right. They turned Volk into Ash Tyler.
Yeah.
They didn't just put his memories into. Ash Tyler.
I'm not liking that.
Yeah, that's a
Think
little
about that
extreme,
technology.
Turning a Klingon into a human.
They showed a scene with them like kind of ripping out, probably like fusing his intestines and ripping flesh out. Like, well,
I mean,
that guy be
look
riddled with scars, you know.
So they convert
He was
one
riddled with
species
scars.
into another, essentially, and a Federation doctor with a decent scan is like, oh, you got some good scar tissue here. No shit. I mean, that's why it was so easy to believe that it was a human that they overlaid. So I was like, all right, I'll give you that, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So he we know the full reveal. We know that he's Volk. We know that he was specifically to infiltrate the Discovery to find out how they're, to discover the spore drive, how they're doing what they're doing.
Yep.
That was the plan.
And Ash is gone, right? He's like gone. Is he full?
I don't know. We
Volk
don't know
all the time.
We
now?
don't know. We don't know how
if
much of Ash was real or
ever
not.
existed,
Yeah.
but
Right.
or if he did. I guess they took his. He did exist. At one point, you see both of them. You see Ash and Volk in the same.
Oh, wait. What? Wait. Are you sure?
I thought so. And they were
Okay.
flashing back.
Like, so they took Ash and
I think they just took Ash's memories and gave them to Volk so that he could pass as
You'd
a
have to.
human.
You'd
that
have
makes
to. Makes
sense
sense.
because he's a Starfleet officer.
Yeah.
Ash had to exist at some
He was their
point.
prisoner, and that's what they. Yeah.
Unless they're
Oh, yeah,
both like fighting each other in their, battle
Yeah.
aids or whatever
Yeah.
they're going to do.
Maybe we should watch those fast things in slow motion just to see. Oh yeah, look at that.
So we see a lot of Michael is struggling in the Mirror universe. It's very difficult for her to deal with the brutality of it, which is cool because you need to see those moments with your main character struggling and feeling her emotion. And I got to tell you, overall, since we entered the Mirror universe, I'm really feeling the emotion in these episodes. I'm tense the whole time. I'm feeling the pressure of the Terran Empire.
You almost wonder if the showrunners kind of knew we were getting here, and so they weren't really invested in some of the earlier episodes. You know what I mean? Because they knew, oh, don't worry, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of phoned it in a little bit earlier on in the season. But again, I think this is the payoff. I like the theme of the episode. You know, it's the wolf within, and Michael Burnham says, well, they're human. The Terran Empire, they're human beings, just like we are.
Yep.
And I think it really is true that a lot of people congratulate themselves for basically being born in an enlightened culture.
Yeah.
And you don't realize, I always wonder that too, how brutal would we be if we were just raised, if we were raised a Roman, would we have been there whipping slaves?
I would think
I
so,
would have killed you guys when you were kids.
in the crib.
I would have had to do it. I would have done it.
So she's you're in this brutal empire. You become brutal.
Yeah. And she was saying,
Absolutely.
she was talking about her own inner darkness, kind
Yeah.
of. I don't know how many days they've been there. I get the sense it hasn't
It's
been
been
that
days.
long.
It's been several days
But
at least.
she's like waking up in a nightmare and all that stuff. But it's cool because the wolf inside concept of this episode wasn't just for Tyler; it's for her. It's for all of them.
That's right. There's a dual meaning there.
Yep.
I agree.
So one of my favorite parts, guys, they beam down to the planet where the rebels are. And to me, that was one of the best parts of the entire movie because you get to see Vulcans working with Tellarites Hello, Tellarites. When's the last time you saw Tellarites?
You know,
Journey to Babel?
Yeah,
right?
the
From the late
pig-looking
60s.
guys, right?
Horrible makeup, weird, like recessed eyes. Remember that?
They made them more visceral, too.
They were definitely, of course, the makeup was much better.
Yeah.
They had like more tusks and hairier. Of course, they look great. But seeing a Tellarite was just that. Was wonderful
See, to me,
because you never see them.
I love seeing the Andorians. I've always loved the Andorians.
Andorians are great.
They were fantastic.
And on that
Up there,
episode,
their makeup as
that
well.
original series, Journey to Babel, the Andorian, he was a fake Andorian.
Yeah.
This thing came
Yeah.
up. He was my inspiration for one of my Halloween
you
costumes.
killed it,
this
man. That
year,
was
or last
awesome.
year. Yeah, I loved it. So I have that costume. I'm going to probably wear that costume again. Maybe at
So,
Dragon Con.
for background, this is a base with like the rebel leader, right?
Yep.
Who's the fire wolf, right?
Yeah.
Again, the reference to the wolf, which is Volk, right? And he's leading, the
Vulcans, Andorians,
multiple
Tellarites,
races.
and I
And
think a couple
Volk
more.
is Tyler, right?
Volk
So-
is Tyler,
yeah.
So Tyler has a confrontation with him. That's part of what makes him snap, and then
Yep.
it gets revealed. And then we also run into Mirror Mirror Sarek.
Yeah.
And of course
With
he's
the
got the
goatee.
goatee.
Yeah,
You gotta
the
got
goatee.
the goatee because that was the best part of the whole
Yeah, you
the
gotta rock
original
the goatee.
series was Spock on a goatee
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Mirror Mirror, right?
They had to do
Iconic.
it. They had to do it.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like when there's a lot of these reveals, right? So they were bringing out like their sage. We didn't know who it was, and I'm like, hey, is it Stamets? I don't know who is it. We were trying to guess. So then what's his face comes out, and the second time,
Prophet.
the prophet.
Prophet.
And then of course, to jump to
Yeah.
the end, the Emperor ended up being Captain Georges.
Captain Georgiou, which
Yeah,
I called
Georgiou.
at the beginning of the
Yeah,
episode.
you did call
It's
it.
going to be Captain Georgiou as the Emperor.
It wasn't that hard of a prediction.
Yeah, it
but
wasn't
go
that.
ahead.
It wasn't. She was the big character missing. It's a great actress playing that character. They're very underused her. It's like, oh yeah, of course, she's going to be the Emperor.
Yeah, it
So I
makes
think
sense.
another possible hint that Lorca might actually be from the Mirror Mirror universe.
Yeah.
There's a little hint of it in this episode again, and I'm recognizing them more now because I'm really starting to buy into it. So when Michael says go get Lorca, I want to basically enjoy beating on him to make up for what Tyler did to
Yeah,
me.
it was just a cover so they could talk.
Yeah, so now they're in her kind of ready room and they're talking, and he advises her, you've got to just go down there and kill those rebels. Just go kill the rebels. Don't worry about it. You got to do what's right. And she's like, wait, don't forget, we're Starfleet. I'm a Starfleet
like, oh,
officer.
yeah,
I'm not going to do that. Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. So his instincts are always the dark,
Yes.
the dark
He's a
side.
little out of character when he immediately agreed. Like, oh yeah, I'm playing a role here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting more and more obvious. And
Yeah, at this point, it'd be surprising if he weren't
Right.
originally from the Mirror Mirror universe.
they must be pissed that the speculation came so quickly that he must be from the Mirror
Well,
Mirror universe.
I know, you
It was
think
like,
about
damn,
it.
that's our good
Yeah,
reveal.
But think about it, that anytime now in our world, when a show like that comes out, basically it gets crowdsourced on the internet. Everyone trying to figure out the plot. So you gotta be really on your game. The writing has got to be so good because otherwise it's going to
But it's not bad writing if people figure it out because there's a million ideas floating out there, and that's a great idea.
Yeah, they want us to know at this point.
Yeah.
True.
The number of clues that
Right.
they've dropped, they want us to think that, whether it's true or not. They want us to
but-
think that.
And people would have speculated that even if they didn't give any in-story hints, people would have speculated because it was a great idea.
Yeah.
They would have said, "Hey, I bet he's from the other universe," and people would have even if they didn't drop any hints. So it's going to come out.
And a lot of
no matter
speculation
what.
turns out not to be true. Like
Sure.
Dr. Culver, a lot of speculation. Maybe he's not really dead. Nope, he's really
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Of course, it's 10-1 easy. I mean,
Yeah.
The other cool thing I liked when they took their phasers out and they beamed down like this. I thought
With the
that was
phasers
really
charged
cool.
and ready to
Don't
go.
see that very
when
often.
You see
You
that,
don't see that very
I don't
often.
even remember that. I mean,
Maybe it's
probably
probably
happened.
standard operating procedure in their universe for Terran Empire,
maybe
ships,
you're
but
right.
not in our universe.
Sure, no matter where you're going,
Yeah.
phasers out, just in
Phasers
case.
out.
And
Yeah.
Bob, you made a very good observation when we were watching it.
I did.
Yeah, you said Kirk would have played that differently.
Oh my God,
Michael decided to let them take Tyler to space him. Right, they were going to take him to the to transporter to space him. And you said, "Oh wow, Kirk wouldn't have let them walk away with him." And I thought you were right, and I thought it was a cool observation. Like, of course she's not Kirk. I mean,
But she had another plan, though.
yeah, she had something else going on.
But
which is
but
cool.
even before that, Michael walks in. There's three people in the transporter, and they're like they had bad thoughts about the captain or whatever.
Bad thoughts?
Yeah,
About
the Emperor.
About the Emperor, and so they beamed him out, and she's like, okay, and walks away. And right at that moment, I was thinking Kirk would not have let that happen. But she realistically,
Yeah, you're done.
come on,
Yeah.
that
She's got to play the role.
right, and that's what led to Kirk's early discovery is that the fact that he wouldn't follow these basic rules that everybody would follow, and that's why he almost got caught and stopped. She's playing it smart. You got to have, maybe she's hesitated to kill hundreds of people,
but she knows she's in the thick of it.
She's got to go with it. You got to.
She can't pull it off where everyone is safe and no one gets killed. It's a deadly universe.
Smart.
Plus,
it's playing smart.
We're not in the original series. Like, a lot of people are going to die. Yeah. Like, this is a much darker series. I have a couple of cool observations that I made. So, Saru, in the alternate universe, is her slave, and he's bathing her and dressing her.
With no name.
Yeah, and I thought that was cool, right? So then, the thing that I really liked was that he saved her, right? So that character
in a cool way
pulls Tyler off of her, and he's very strong. And then it occurred to me, but it did occur to me earlier, but this kind of nailed it. I think that this universe, the bad universe's version of Saru, saw her talking to her Saru. Mm-hmm. I suspect that happened. Because he's always lurking about. You don't know when he's in her room or not in her room, right?
That's a good theory, and I wouldn't surprise me. But I think you could also explain his behavior. But just the fact that she gave him a name, I mean, that's like giving,
She called him Saru.
That's like giving Dobby a sock.
Yeah, but that may be his name. He said I have no name, but he may know that his childhood name or whatever was Saru.
He has no.
How does she know?
Right.
He's somebody who's used to lurking in the background that nobody pays attention to, but he observes a lot.
Yeah, he could actually be in the room and it doesn't matter because he's not even.
So he might be piecing it together faster than anybody else. Plus, she's not necessarily performing in front of him.
But the question is, if he is in the know at this point, something strange is going on. Is he going to bow to the powers that be and turn her in, or is he going to go to her and say, "Hey,
I predict he's going to be her ally. He's going to replace Tyler because he's gone. He's done now. She's going to be her inside guy. I think. Think of what he knows. People don't even pay him any attention, like you said, like a slave. Don't even think about them. He must know a lot of stuff.
We have to point out that the Mirror universe uniforms are cool. Right? Yeah. They're always better. We have a picture of Michael Burnham in her captain's chair. And you think just putting on that uniform, you get +1 badass point, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're automatically one notch
cool.
up.
I want to do it. I want to make them at Dragon Con. I want this.
Yeah.
But they're just going to be, they would be so difficult to pull off.
They would be hard to pull off, but I want to see somebody pull off a good mirror.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the costuming at Dragon Con is so profound. They're going to be we're going to see that without a doubt. I want to do that. I mean,
they're going to sell
be fun.
it. Come on, they might if they really linger in this universe. I think the people, Novos, what's the name of that company? I think they'll probably sell it. I mean, it's just too badass.
So we have a listener or a viewer saying, Michael says that he thinks the spores are going to bring Culver and Stamets back to life. Well, Stamets we know now at the end of the episode because he commented earlier on the show. I don't know about the Doctor coming back to life via the spores.
His brain's kind of dead right now.
Yeah, at this point, there's nothing
too much
left.
damage. But Stamets, I mean, so what happened? Was he uploaded into his...
Well, Stamets, who is the other Stamets? We don't know.
That's the Mirror Stamets.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Of course, he had the uniform.
Oh, he did. I missed that.
So, so our Stamets met the Mirror Stamets in the spore space, whatever that interdimensional spore space, wherever they were. And he has a level up. He was like, "Oh, it took you long enough." He said, "I'm glad you joined me. We have a lot of work to do, though." So the question is, we don't know what the Mirror Stamets motivation is. We don't know if he's fully on board with.
I'm hoping like the science transcends the politics.
Know.
Okay, that's interesting because their philosophical conversation is going to be, if they write it well, it could be very interesting.
Very
You're right.
Interesting.
It could. The science part of it might transcend, but don't forget, Bob. I mean, these Terrans are twisted, man. Yeah. These are not like good people on the inside. They're raised bad. These are.
Yeah, but I see it more like it's North Korea, right? Every citizen in North Korea is not evil. They have an evil, oppressive regime keeping them down. You know what I mean? I'm sure like not every human being in the Terran Empire has got to be evil to the core. They're constantly living in fear.
Yep.
They're constantly oppressed. If they step out of line even a little bit, they get spaced.
Yeah.
And he's not a commander. He's an engineer. He's a super engineer. I mean, I could see him easily being, screw that stuff, man. Look at this. Look where we are.
You also get a lot of blind loyalty, though, too, right? In situations like that in the real world, you just get people like, they have to follow the rules. That's the way we survive. And
so my question is with Lorca. If Lorca is Mirror Lorca, the one that we've been seeing,
and the other one is dead,
and the other one's dead or whatever, then he's been in our universe for quite some time now. Maybe he's grown to like it. I mean, wouldn't you like our universe a lot better than?
Well, what does he want?
I don't know. We don't really know.
What's the bad Lorca want? I mean,
there's so many different things. You know,
Well,
maybe
he wanted to defeat the Emperor, right? I mean,
but to take over himself. And maybe now he wants to kill her and not just to take over, but to liberate.
Yeah, my gut right now with the limited information that we have, because we've only seen what he does and we haven't really gotten to know him in a sense, right? He does seem like he wants to win the war with the Klingons.
Yeah.
Right? He's totally committed to that. But I'm not getting a sense that he's got a purpose beyond that at all. Like, we haven't picked up his subplot yet.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we know what he wanted to do previously.
He may have orchestrated the whole thing to get them back to the Mirror
universe.
Yeah,
I think that's
to get
the
his ship here, to get Discovery here for some reason. And I would love it if it was to kill the Emperor.
Yeah, but we don't know what his end game is.
No.
Even if he wants to kill the Emperor, we don't know for what ultimate purpose.
Right.
Just to take her place and continue the Terran Empire or something else.
I mean, even if you
All
kill
we
her,
do know is that 10 years from now in the original series, it's still in place, right?
And Discovery is, that drive doesn't ever get brought up again. So
yeah.
Well, we know now why it fails, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't think Stamets is ever going to fly again.
No, I don't know. It's too. I mean, we're in the just over the halfway point in season 1. How many seasons could this series have in it?
It's been approved for season 2.
Yeah, but I mean, they would keep going. They could.
Yeah, but they don't have to have the spore drive to keep the series going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're saying it's possible they declassified the spore, or just decommissioned the spore drive?
Yeah, it's too dangerous and.
Top super secret. Nobody knows about it. It's too dangerous. Suppress it.
It doesn't really work.
Okay.
We can't have ships going into other universes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because remember that the mirror discoveries in this universe. That's a security breach.
Yeah. When are they going to show us that?
Yeah.
When in the beginning of this episode, when they show the person repairing things with the sparks coming down, and we were all like, "Oh my God, is that the ship in our universe?"
Mirror discovery in our universe? Yeah. That would be
Yeah.
exciting to show what they're going through. Give us even a glimpse would be interesting.
It's it is a little confusing because we got doubles of everyone, and if they start bouncing too much, I don't know. They'd have to write that very clearly.
You have to write it very carefully.
I want to see it though. Remember when they showed the glimpse of the evil Kirk
Yeah.
and Uhura? They were all like nasty. Like, come on, Spock.
It's great drama. It is great drama. I think this is another fantastic episode. I'm really enjoying it. I like where they're going. And again, any series where they create more questions than answers is good too. We don't really know what Lorca's endgame is, and at this stage, that's great. We know it's interesting, and the plot is thickening still, but we don't really know everything. Some things have pretty much played out, but again, like with the Ash Tyler thing, I think they climaxed that right on time. Like if they kept dragging that out, knowing us pretty much knowing what was going on and just dribbled it out. So titrating exactly how much to advance plots is critical.
Yeah. That's
critical.
Art.
I think they're doing it pretty well.
Well, they've hit a stride here with the Mirror universe. I mean, this was these 2 episodes, in my opinion, were the 2 best episodes of the season.
It's the payoff.
Somebody, I don't remember which one of us said this, but somebody said that the actor that plays Tyler is doing a very good job of speaking Klingon because he doesn't have the freaking prosthetic teeth in. So it sounds better, And I was definitely talking to Liz about this. I was saying that I love hearing Tyler speak with the Klingon in the Klingon language, and I still hate it, but I love hearing him do it for some reason. There's something very provocative about it.
It doesn't seem right coming out of a human
I know,
head.
right?
It's like, okay.
Oh, another thing I realized.
It should sound alien.
That actor plays.
Do you know that, or you suspect?
He's got to.
I'm pretty sure.
It's the same voice. It's his voice.
It's his voice. That's a great job of dubbing.
ADR,
and why not? Why not use the same actor? Why not?
They should.
Except,
he had to fight himself.
Yeah, but how did they handle that? I don't know. We got to look it up. But that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we should look it up.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I think I read it. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
All right.
But it would.
Why not? You should do that.
Yeah, but it would have been easy to just have some other person put on the Klingon makeup and be the person fighting him in the scenes where he has to appear human.
The stunt Klingon.
CGI.
Stunt Klingon.
Did we cover all the? I think we hit all the major.
We did.
Points
No,
of
it
this
was
episode very good.
Solid episode. Keep going, guys. You're doing a good job. You did hit a stride. Don't let us down. God damn it. And listen, if you like this show and you like watching what we do, you can go to patreon.com/Alpha Quadrant and the number 6 and become a patron. We love our patrons. We have 11 patrons.
11 awesome patrons.
Yes.
Hey, the more support we get, the more of these we'll do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We want to keep going. We were talking about doing, what was the last
Black
thing?
Mirror.
Yeah, a Black Mirror episode.
Mirror.
Maybe Electric Dreams, which we haven't seen
a lot
yet.
of good science
a lot of
fiction
good
coming
sci-fi out there.
Yeah. We want to review it all.
And how about that? What's that new one we talked about, Jay? That new Start Reboot, blah, what was it? The movie that's coming out.
Ready Player One.
Player One.
Ready Player
Oh, yeah,
One.
We'll definitely do that. Brian Trent is going to be subbing for Steve next week.
That's right, because I will be in Hawaii.
Right? So
That's right.
Brian Trent has been on the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe podcast, but Brian will be joining us next week. He's going to catch up on any late episodes.
Yep, he's a science fiction author, so hopefully there's something interesting to say.
Absolutely, yeah. This is his sweet spot. He's perfect with this. So we'll see you next week. And become a patron. Come on, help us out. We want to keep doing these.
Come or I'll shoot. Yeah.